Now let's continue from where we ended the last time we met. So we are still on percentages. Okay, so this time we are looking at how we can increase or decrease a quantity by giving percentage. Now let's say we have this. Let's say we have a quantity. Okay, let's say we have a quantity. We have a quantity. Good. If we have a quantity and we are asked to increase it, eh? Let's say we are saying that this a quantity is increased. Is increased. Is increased by a certain percentage. So let's say we don't know the percentage. So let's use let's say B percent. We are asked to increase, so A quantity is increased by B percent. Okay, so when you have this, we can use we have two different ways we can look at this. How are we going to increase this quantity by the given percent? Or if you have a quantity to be decreased by a certain percent, how are we going to go about it? So if you have this quantity here as my A, then how do I increase it? So what you do is in terms of percentages, so you are giving percentages, so we want to know the value, the new value. This is the quantity, this is the value, this is the original value. So I want to get the new value. If I should increase it by a certain percent, that is the value we are looking at. Okay, so if I have a quantity and I'm to increase it by this percent here, then what will be the new quantity? That is what we are looking at. So if I'm to increase it, then the new quantity, okay, so new quantity should give me now this. So what we do is whatever value is given in the percentage, okay, I will just write that. So I'll just write 100%, or the 100 plus the amount given, B percent. So we don't know the B percent, all divided by the 100 again. This. Then I will multiply by the original quantity given in the question, which is my A. Have you gotten the point? So this is one way. Okay, this is one way. Because we are asked to increase this. So if I'm asked to increase this, then how do I do it? I will just add my B, which is in percentage, the value. The B is a value, it's a given value. Okay, so I will just add the B to 100, divide by 100, and multiply by what? The original value to get the new value or the new quantity. Okay, okay, all right, good. The same way, if I'm to decrease the same A quantity, the same A quantity is to be decreased by B percent. The same way, I want to know the new quantity in case if I decrease it by a percentage wise. So the new quantity or new value is also giving us this. Now, since in the increment we added, for the decrement we are going to what? Subtract. So it's going to be 100 minus my B, okay, all divided by the 100 times the new of the original quantity, which is my A. Okay, So this is one way we can solve this. So this is first method. This is first method. Okay, first method. Okay, this is my first method. Now let's look at a second method we can also use to solve this. Okay, so for the second method, good. Now, let's say you are asked to increase this quantity by B%. In the second method, what you do is you first find whatever is given to you percent of the quantity. Remember when we were finding what, when you are asked to express uh, the percentage of a given quantity, how we did it, the same way you do it. So what you do is you first find what, the percentage of this. So to be B%, okay, if it is increment, it will be B% of the quantity, which is A. Then whatever you get, you add it to the original quantity. Have you gotten that? Great. So this is what you are going to get. Okay. So it is going to be what? B. Remember, we said that whenever you have this, you need to change it to fraction. So to be B divided by 100 times the A, which is the original quantity. This is what you get. Now, whatever value you get, then you add it to the original quantity. Okay. So after finding what, the percentage of the original quantity, whatever I will get, I will add it to the original quantity. So here my new value or quantity then becomes this, because I'm going to add whatever value here. Okay, so already my original quantity is my A, then plus whatever I will get here, which is this times this gives me what? So it will be B divided by 100 times the A. So this is also another way, okay, for the increment. Okay, for the increment. All right. So this is for increment. Increment. Let's look at for the decrement. Okay, for the decrement, the same principle. The same principle. This one too, what you do is you still find what, the B% of the original quantity, which gives us B divided by 100 times my A. Then for the new quantity, what I will do is, since for the increment we add, then the decrement we subtract. So once you know this, if you know the increment, you'll be able to do the decrement. It's like vice versa, or it's like opposite. Okay, if we are adding in the increment, then we subtract in the decrement. So this one becomes this times my A. Great. So we can follow this method to solve whatever question is given to us. Okay, so I know some of you may be confused, but don't be confused, okay, because of this formulas here. But let's take example. Let's look at how we can use these basic principles or these basic formulas to solve questions, so that you get the understanding. Okay, all right. So we not waste time. Let's take our first example. All right. So let's say you are asked to express let's say you are asked to express this value. So in case, so example number one, we are asked to let's say increase this. Let's say you are asked to increase 20 Ghana cedis by 10%. All right, 10%. So this one, we are going to use the first method to get our answer. Then we use the second method as well to get our answer. Okay, so method 1. So in method 1, remember we said that whenever you have this, all that you do is what? You find a new amount, because we are looking at, so this one is the original amount and you're asked to increase it by this. So we want to know, if I increase this amount by 10%, what amount am I getting? That's what we are looking at, and that becomes our new amount. Okay, which will be, so for in our first method we said that you add 10, whatever value is here. Remember we said whatever value, that is the b, we added the b to 100. So this time, what is my b in the question? My b in the question is 10. So I'm going to add this plus 10, all divided by the 100, then times what? The original amount. What is the original amount? The original amount is what? My a, which is the 20. Have you gotten the point? Great. So that you get 110 divided by 100 times what? 20. Okay, times 20. So this one goes, this one goes, this one goes, this one goes, which gives me what? 1, that is 11 divided by 1 is the same thing, times 2. Okay, and this gives me what? 22. Good. So this gives me the actual amount. It means that I have 22 Ghana cedis. So it means that if I should increase 20 Ghana cedis by 10%, I'm going to get what? 22 Ghana cedis. So additional 2 cedis has been added to the what? The 20 Ghana cedis. So you see that this principle is very basic. All right, great. Now let's use the second method. Let me use the method 2. So for method 2, we say that whatever you are giving, you only find out 10% of this, of the 20. Then the amount you get, you add it to the 20. Have you gotten that? So what is 10% of 20? So it is 10 divided by 100 times the 20. Okay, which gives me what? So I will cross this, I will cross this, I will cross this, I will cross this, then I will have what? 1 times 2 gives me 2. So this particular amount I will get here. Then to get my new amount, what I will do is, after getting this amount, I'll just add it to the original amount. What is the original amount? The original amount was what? 20 Ghana cedis. So I will add these 2 to it to give me what? 22 Ghana cedis. So you see that you are getting the same thing. So either you use the first method or you use the second method, you are going to get the same thing. Okay, so let's take another example on the decreasing part. So the first example, we did it on what? The increasing part. So we are going to look at how we can also solve example on the decreasing part. Okay, all right, great. So let's look at the second example. And looking at this example, this one is on what? The decreasing part. So this question says, if an item which costs 40 Ghana cedis, okay, is decreased by 20%, what is the new price of the item? Good. So let's look at how we can find that new price. So this one too, we are using the first method, and then we use the second method as well. Okay, good. So if we are using the first method, so method 1, Now, remember we said that once you are giving this in percentage and you are giving the actual amount, what do? You find the B. So where is my B? This is my B, that's 20. So the new price is giving us 100 plus 20 all divided by 100 times the original amount, which is what? The 40 Ghana cedis. Okay, then you only what? So we get 120 all divided by 100 times 40. Okay, so once we have 0 here, we can cross this. We can also cross this. Then we have what? 12 times 4. Okay, which gives us what? So this gives us 48. Therefore, now our new value or our new price becomes what? 48 Ghana cedis. So you see that this is very basic. It means no. Let's do some corrections here. Yes, let's do some corrections here. Note that we are dealing with what? Decrease. Okay. Know that we are dealing with what? Decrease. So once we are dealing with decrease, then it means that this example we have solved is rather on the what? Increase. So let's do the correction. Instead of adding, what do? We are going to subtract. So this first example, let's cancel it and solve it in the different way. So since we are going to what? Decrease it, then instead of adding, we are rather going to what? Subtract. So let's be careful. You see that this one is decreasing. Initially we were doing it what? In the increasing. So we only do what? Subtract the 20 from it. Okay, so 100 times 40. Okay, so if you understand it that way, that the first one we did was rather on the increasing but not in the decreasing, then the right thing is this. So if we are decreasing, or if that amount has been what? Decreased by 20%, then we subtract the 20 from the 100, which will give us what? 80 divided by 100 times 40. Okay, then I'll cross this. So I will have 8 times 40. If that is the case, what will be my new price? My therefore new price. So this is equal to what? What is 8 times 4? 8 times 4 gives me what? 32. It means that my new price is going to be 32 Ghana cedis. So looking at it, how much has it been decreased? How much has it been decreased? So remember what we did in the previous lesson. We were looking at how much it was in decrease or increase. You see that? Good. So how much do you think has been what? Decreased? You can see that 40 and 32. We can see it has been decreased by what? 8. Okay, good. So this gives us the actual amount. Now in our next lesson, we are going to solve more examples on this type of questions. Okay, all right. So see you next time. Thank you.